Welcome back, squad. Some must draft tight ends. Let's go. Number one, this might seem kind of obvious, but Trey McBride. He's going at tight end 2. He's going to probably stay at tight end 2. And for good reason, right? He's expensive because he's good and because he's in a good situation. He was second among tight ends in snap share. The thing I love the most is his target share. He was first in target share at tight end with 29%. And even better, this offense is largely the same. Marv is still there, yeah, of course, but Murray's still the same. He had 2 receiving touchdowns last season. If he increases that just slightly, he'll be even better. I think tight end 2 is a great spot for him. Not much higher for him to go, obviously, but you kind of know what you're getting with him, and I like that. Up next at tight end 8, we're starting to dip a little bit lower now, Evan Ingram. This is pretty straightforward. Bo is a good quarterback and becoming a better one, and he's a target guy. Cortland Sutton is the 1, but he is the 2 in my opinion. He only played in 9 games because he was injured last season, which is obviously annoying, but he averaged 7.1 targets a game last season. But more importantly, he was 3rd in target rate and target share among all tight ends last year, which is good. Especially in PPR, we really like Evan Ingram. He's just a solid dude. You know what you're getting. It's pretty straightforward with him. The ceiling is there, I think, especially with this new team that's not the Jaguars. I like him, Evan Ingram. Right behind him at tight end 9, it's David Njoku. Joe Flacco was named the Browns starting quarterback for week 1, and while I don't see that happening for all 17 games, him and Njoku have a very good connection. 2 years ago, he averaged 18.2 points a game with Joe Flacco at QB, and yes, that was 2 years ago, and Joe is older, but I still foresee that happening, continuing to happen to some degree. Do I think he'll get 18 points a game? No, I'm not saying that, but I do think the potential is still there. Judy and Njoku are really the only 2 main pass catchers in this offense, so even if they switch QBs, I still think they're going to be relatively okay. So I like his situation. I like that the Browns aren't very good. They're going to throw the ball. I think it's just good for Njoku to be in that situation. So I like David Njoku. Jake Ferguson. He's currently going at tight end 16, which is very cheap, and he's averaging 6.1 targets a game last season. And I understand George Pickens has come in, otherwise I would like him even more, but I still think he'll be relatively okay. I think he will get some touchdowns because they pass so much in the red zone, but I also don't see the floor dropping off unless they do a tight end committee or something. Again, I don't know that I'd take him as my tight end 1, but he's so cheap. I think he's a fine number 2 if you want to draft 2 tight ends. Dak is still going to be Dak. They're still going to throw the ball a bunch. That's just kind of their thing. Jake Ferguson, not a terrible option. Up next, I have 2 tight ends, a 2-for-1 special, Elijah Arroyo and Mason Taylor. Arroyo's going at tight end 28. Taylor's going at tight end 30. Arroyo was drafted in the 2nd round. Yes, he's a rookie. There's always some hesitancy there, but they got rid of Noah Fant. AJ Barner's still there, but I wouldn't say he's like the clearing away tight end 1. So again, this is a bit of a dart throw. I do think he can build upon tight end 28. I think he can definitely do better than that. So if you're feeling risky and you want a rookie, not a bad option. Mason Taylor, very similar. Drafted in the 2nd round. Profiles out of LSU, really good. I think with him, it's slightly different because it's the Jets, and they're the Jets. I still think they're not very good, so I think they're still going to have to throw the ball a decent amount. Yes, Garrett Wilson is the 1, but Taylor could be the 2. I don't know who the 2 would be. So at tight end 30, I really like that price for what you're getting. I think Mason Taylor could definitely do better than that. That's just my 2 cents on him. Literally, you can pick him up for free, so not a terrible option at all. And then just my wild donkey crazy nuts pick, Dalton Kincaid. It's a little nuts because he's going as tight end 13, which is way cheaper than last year, but still, for someone unproven, I don't feel amazing about him. He averaged 5.8 targets a game last season compared to Knox's 2.1, so he definitely has him in targets, and when he's on the field, he's good, but it's a tight end committee. Sometimes I do this and I talk myself out of it, and I'm not there yet because I still like Kincaid. He's super talented. They drafted him in the 1st round, but you're just banking on Knox to get injured at this point, which is just always a fun game to play. With that said, he is risky, but he's cheap. So I don't hate him if you just want to throw a dart at the board and hope it sticks. Not a bad option. If you really want that potential ceiling guy, hesitantly, I don't hate him. This is much better than ETN. ETN, I was groaning and moaning the whole way through. Kincaid, it's not terrible. Anyway, that's who I'm drafting at tight end this year. Let me know who you're thinking of drafting. We will chat with you soon. Peace out.